We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Audio is rolling.
Yeah.
Check.
Check.
Let me clap it in one moment for you
Hey,
get wild.
give me a mic test on him.
Check.
Pick it up.
Check.
Yeah, we're good. All
right. Slate episode Professor Mike, take one.
This is it. Yeah. The worst intro music of all time.
Worst and the best.
The worst and the best, baby.
We are back. It is an early morning-ish episode. We're early for us, not for the rest of the world.
That's right.
All right, let's get straight to it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night, Date Night, Daytime, Day Grind. Wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for having us.
What's going on? Well, we got a special one for you today.
We do have a big episode coming in hot.
First late night interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are interviewing the one, the only Professor Mike.
Professor Mike!
Come on down, Mike. Come on down.
Yo, welcome. He's getting set.
Mike's
He's
getting
locking
set
in.
up. I've got Gatorade, coffee, and a fan.
I like it.
If you cannot tell what kind of a night I had last night, you can see all the pieces of the puzzle. I was eating a dry bagel not moments ago, so
Yeah.
put the Blues Clues together to see where I'm at. What did we say in the last short clip you did? The studio looked professional, so we don't have to.
That's correct. That was my first short.
So I got good news and I got bad news. Good news, we have Professor Mike in the house tonight.
Professor Mike, baby.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Bad news is I'm super tired, but luckily Keoh is going to carry the load, and we're going to give you the best interview you've ever seen.
It's like every other episode.
Sweet.
Mike,
I like it.
welcome to the show. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming.
Appreciate you guys having me on the show. I like it.
Fuck yeah, man. Professor Mike.
Let's get straight to it. Keoh, I know you're anxious. You got a lot of questions. Why don't you lead off?
I just want some stats just so you guys know about Professor Mike.
Yeah, let's hear the stats. Professor
stats.
Mike has a successful, I want to repeat, successful
That's right.
YouTube channel.
This guy's over here monetized. We got over 3,000 subs. We got 303 videos. A total of 1,479,684 total views. He's
That's right.
killing it.
I want to stop that stat because I looked at it a few days ago as well. 1.5 million views.
Yes.
That's huge.
Now, Professor Mike, I want you to tell these guys. Sorry, quiet down. I want you to
Easy.
tell these guys what you do because nobody could do it better than you.
Yeah, Professor Mike could really be anything, but what is it that you specialize in? What do you do on the YouTube?
Yeah, so my main YouTube channel is basically automotive type videos, anything car related, truck related, very knowledge based, trucks, cars, lift kits, tires, wheels.
Yeah.
Just kind of basically education around automotive necessities and vehicles and all that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. You have very quickly become my favorite automotive YouTube site.
Nice.
My
I like
favorite,
that.
my favorite one-stop shop for automotives. I've been watching the shit out of your videos, bro. I can't even lie. My first question is, where the hell do you get all these cars to test drive?
I have that on my notes too.
I gotta know where you get these cars,
I got
bro.
questions. I've seen a lot of cars.
Yeah.
I know you're monetized. You're not that monetized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the cars are friends, family.
Really?
Yeah, or old cars that I had before that I no longer have. Sold them, got a truck now.
No way.
Friends, brothers,
Seriously.
Yeah, neighbors, whatever.
Yo, what a
It's just-
hustle. That's fucking amazing.
That's
I
smart.
didn't anticipate that.
Well, I saw one short that blew my mind. It was of this gigantic jacked up truck, and it looked like you just rolled up to a random parking lot and were like, oh, this truck is sweet. Looks like he's got this lifted, that
Yeah.
lifted.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even talk to the owner.
No.
Just straight
I
send
saw
it
it.
to TikTok,
I think
baby.
it was the silver one or the silver lifted F250.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
had big old
Yep.
big rims on
The
it.
silver polished wheels.
Yeah. I thought you were
That's
going to
the
say
one.
your uncle was like Jay Leno
No,
or
I
something.
saw it in the parking lot. I was at the mall with my girlfriend. Like,
Yeah.
What is this truck? Let me tell
Got
you.
him. My truck now.
Leno's show is weird. He actually, have you watched his interview show? He interviews guests, and he has so many cars to his name. He picks a car that he owns that he think suits their personality and interviews them in that car.
That's pretty interesting.
All right.
I didn't know that.
It is
I didn't know
insane
that.
because he has like hundreds of cars. So be like, oh, I'm interviewing, like in this basketball player, I bring this big old truck or whatever, but it's just that many cars, that many interviews. So
That's cool,
that's
man.
your next level up.
Professor Mike, when did you know that you were a car enthusiast?
Oh man, I've been in cars my entire life, guys. I mean, basically from early age of wanting those Hess trucks, you know,
Oh,
the ones
yeah,
that you drive
the
around, little Hess trucks, all the RC cars,
Yeah.
you know, and then when I got to high school, getting my first car.
What
So
was it?
that's a
What
big
was
one.
it?
Yeah. What was your first
My
car?
first car was a 2012 Mustang. It was in the grabber
Wow,
blue.
so straight to Mustang.
Yeah, grabber blue. It was like it popped. It had like black stripes.
I was
it
really
pretty sick.
curious to see if your first car would be a car or a truck, because
I
I feel
was
like that's
also very
the
curious.
big decision, and it's almost like a personality test.
Yeah.
So your heart leans more on that side.
So the reason why I got the Mustang, I loved sports cars to begin with, and the Mustang was like the poor man's sport car. They got to get a lot of horsepower for like
Yeah.
not that much price.
Yeah.
And that was like the first one, and I actually wrecked it.
Yeah, you wrecked it?
no.
I wrecked my first
You
Mustang.
got to tell me about this wreck,
Yeah,
bro.
you
What
got-
happened?
You got to tell
You were
us the
racing?
wreck story.
No, I wasn't actually racing. My buddy in front of me had a Mustang, and we were probably 16 or 17, and we're coming home from Denny's. It was like super late night. Shouldn't have been out this late, anyways. And we make like I don't know. We're at the red light, make a left turn, and we decided we're gonna drift it. And so I turned the traction control off. Like, I'm gonna drift this thing. And Mustangs are not made for drifting. They're not. They're straight line cars. I'm gonna drift this Mustang. So, and I'm only going like maybe 15 off the red light. And I drift it. I oversteer. I try to counter steer it. I hit this curb and the wall.
Curved it.
And there's the little bridge wall.
Yeah.
And it looked like a fender bender. We got out, like the airbags went off, but when the airbag went off, it actually just kind of went right in front of me because I wasn't going that fast.
You weren't
It didn't
going
even hit
fast
me.
enough.
But still, when the
And-
airbags pop, it's pretty much totaled,
it was,
right?
It was so what happened was it was totaled because the frame shifted and the entire chassis was cracked. And so they declared it totaled. And I was pretty heartbroken. I was like 17.
Heartbroken.
My
That's
first
All
car. I
right. So
totaled.
what was car 2?
Number 2, a Mustang 2014.
A Mustang to Mustang.
2014. This was a gray
You
one.
got the itch. You got the itch.
I got the itch.
You didn't learn a drifting lesson. He went straight back.
Yep,
funny
and
as
that one I
shit.
had for 4 years, and that was the one that I really like modded out and did a lot of stuff to it, and that's kind of how I got the bug of cars and the whole hobby of it.
Oh, man, that's
Interesting.
awesome.
So when did you transition from this love of cars? When did you wake up, and why did you say, I want to start a YouTube channel about this? 'Cause
You're good,
it's-
bro.
Don't worry about this bar. She can handle
I
it.
kicked
She
that
can
thing off.
handle it.
I kick that thing off every
But
day.
it's you've already learned this journey. Even us, Ryan and I come from an entertainment background, but even us coming back and getting in front of the camera, it's been difficult.
Yeah.
So how did you jump into this and why?
All right, so I was into I love sports cars my entire life. Had the Mustang. Now what happened was when you're part of a car community, all your friends are in cars and everything like that. So we had this one friend, not going to mention her name, but we were all in this community together, and we get a call, or I get a message from my buddy that she was driving, I don't know, maybe 80 miles an hour on the highway and speeding, racing, etc. Went under a semi, crashed. The driver, the passenger, the girl in the passenger seat actually passed away.
Wow.
And from that way, I was like, I'm kind of done with sports cars, kind of done with the racing life. Didn't want to get into that anymore. And I already had like the bug of like truck life instead. So I wanted to transition into truck. I was kind of done with that phase. I was probably 20 years old at that point. Wasn't really into the sports car scene anymore. Wanted something more safe and actually like something that was more in line with my goals going forward. And so the trucks are very expensive. They're like double the price of cars.
Yeah, why?
And I was like, man, like I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to afford a truck because the trucks are like, and the one that I want and what I want to do to it. And I kind of like thought of all the things that I would like to do to a truck. And it was probably I was graduating college senior year, and just decided I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take that step. I really want to get a truck, but if I'm gonna get a truck, I have to figure out a way to pay for this truck. Like, I
Yes.
just can't just buy it.
Necessity.
And so I was like, or you're gonna have to, figure out a way to pay for the things you want to do to trucks. You got to monetize something. You got to get a separate job, get an extra job, or make content creation. I've seen people making content on their vehicles and all that. So decided to open up a YouTube channel and started with the Mustang. And I was ready to sell the Mustang. I was already done with it, but kind of just talking about the Mustang, what I've done to it, just to get some content out.
You got to film what you already had.
I didn't have anything.
You had a Mustang in front of you.
Yeah, all the mods done to it. So kind of just started talking about that before I stepped into getting the truck. Yeah.
So this whole endeavor
was to buy a truck.
Just to buy a truck.
That's
I wanted to
awesome.
get a truck.
And now you are like killing the F-150 game.
I am one of the top of the F-150 gang. Yep.
It seems like it.
I have something that I gotta ask you, brother. I was going through your videos and I noticed that your top 5 truck exhausts are big time standouts.
Big time
for your performance. Specifically, the top 5 best sounding exhaust systems for an F-150 5.0 V8.
That's the biggest one.
245,000
45 now. It's still going up. So what's crazy to me about that is I started watching them. Obviously, I got to watch them. These are standouts.
Yep.
And I'm watching them and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good. So I go in my car and I hook it up to the Bluetooth and I rev the volume to kind of like feel like I'm there.
Yeah.
And I realized, my man is doing like fucking truck ASMR right now. Like this is 100% ASMR.
Is that why you think those videos in particular? Because I think 6 out of your top 8 were exhaust videos.
Yep.
So do you think it's just people that want to listen to that sound?
I think it's going into the industry or going into the community of like trying to figure out what I'm going to do to this thing. And I was like, I really wanted to make this thing sound good, and I don't know what to buy. Like, there's so many exhaust systems out there,
right?
And if I had that question, I knew that other people had the same 100%. And I was like, this is like the biggest change that you can do to a vehicle. You change the exhaust system out, and all of a sudden, it's a whole new vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a whole new vehicle.
I knew when you showed up because I heard you.
Yep.
I heard you coming. I was like, Professor Mike's here, dude.
I gotta have it myself.
Professor Mike's here. That is wild, bro. That's awesome. What do you think it is about YouTube that makes it to where tier lists and top 5s are just such like people just want them, man? They click on those.
Yeah. So it's all about convenience. How can you create a convenient way for somebody to get the information that they need? Make it really short, sweet, and right to the point.
Yeah.
And so coming up with top 5, there's 100 there's thousands of exhaust systems. If I can narrow it down to 5, that's easy.
And
for
give
somebody
examples.
To figure out. And give example. Hey, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like.
I gotta ask you a question. You might not want to answer.
Tell me.
What mic do you use?
I use my phone mic.
No way!
Dang. Yeah. So
insane.
So let's talk to a minute for our gearheads.
Yes.
Like, I spent a lot of time building this studio.
Yep.
I did research. None of this is necessary to be successful.
Correct.
Not at all.
What did you start out shooting on, and what do you shoot now?
So I started out on a iPhone 7, basic iPhone 7. It was already 4 years old when I started filming it, and would take the videos. I would airdrop them to my iPad, and I would just edit on the iPad using like a free editing app. And now I just use 2 tripods. I got a really tall tripod. I got a small one for inside the truck, and then I have my iPhone 12 now. Sometimes I use an external mic, sometimes I don't if I don't have it on me. And I airdrop to my iPad, and I use a paid version of the same subscription. And now I just kind of wing it.
So you're still using iPhones.
iPhone.
Awesome.
So I do want to share that with the audience to
Yes.
remind people, because the goal of this, I think, is hopefully for people to find out how to start a channel in general. Mike is successful. We are trying to get there. He is monetized, which we'll get into, but he started shooting for free with an iPhone, which everyone has, and use free software to edit. So anyone can start at any time.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings me into the goal for everybody. Your goal was to buy a truck. A lot of people have some kind of financial goal with YouTube. What was your plan to get monetized, or did you have a plan? What was your plan going into it? And then what did it feel like when you first were monetized?
So my initial plan wasn't even to be monetized through YouTube. It was just a way for me to just show what I can do or what people can do to their truck. And then for me to look back on my truck and be like, okay, it started from here and now it's here. It was like more videos for myself. And people started to really pick up on it and ask me questions. Hey, like, where'd you get that or whatever it is. And ultimately I was waiting for a company to reach out to me to say, hey, like, can we send you something and you can do it? And so that was like a way to get like free products for my truck. So I didn't have to pay for it. Cause the whole
absolutely.
thing was I didn't want to have to spend money on the truck because it's a depreciating asset and it's not something that that most people use for building wealth. You know?
Yeah.
And what was the second part of that question?
So you really had no plan to get started. So you just wanted to find advertisers to find you to give you free stuff.
Yes.
So then what direction took you towards a place of making money? And then what did it feel like to actually get monetized when you crossed the barrier, when you made your first dollar as Professor Mike?
Yeah.
What did that feel like? And just a little more on how you got there.
So in the beginning stages, when you're not monetized through YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. And for those of you who've never done YouTube or anything like that, that's a hard goal to hit. It's hard to get started, get the ball rolling.
Yes, it is. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to everybody. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so you can monetize other ways. So my first way to monetize was putting links in a description where people can purchase, and then you get kind of commission. So it's more like
affiliate
sales.
links.
Yep. And I didn't know what affiliate links were. I just knew that I had a ton of stuff done to the truck, and people were asking me, where did you get that? Where'd you get that? And I was like, there's got to be a way for me to give them a link. They can just go buy it.
So break it down for those of us that know nothing about it. I think Keoh and I have been researching. Keoh's hand is up.
Right here. What's an affiliate link?
What is an affiliate link? Yep. How do you set it up? And what is the process like from someone purchasing to you getting paid?
So an affiliate link is basically a link that you have provided to your consumers that is directly tied to a store, and you're basically the middleman of that company.
Yes, so you're tied to it as well. It's tied to your
it's tied to
channel.
you, and then it's tied to the company. Okay. So let's say, like for example, I use Amazon as an affiliate link. So I will go to Amazon, find the product that I'm using, and then you sign up through a affiliate link part of the store, and you have to have like a website up, and you just apply for it, and you apply and you put the link in for your website. Amazon will approve you like super fast, depending on how your website is. Now you can use YouTube as a website.
Yeah,
so
that's going to qualified me. So your YouTube website will qualify as a website.
It does. Now
so
you have
even
to
if you have no views, if you have a YouTube channel, you can set up affiliate links on your videos.
Yep. So I did some research when I first started setting it up. They would kick me out after like a couple of weeks because my YouTube channel wasn't at a point where they would qualify me. So I think it's around 400 subscribers is kind of what I've noticed of other YouTube channels getting into the affiliate program where they don't kick you out.
So there's a soft barrier, 400 subscribers.
Damn, that must have sucked. You're like, I'm in, I'm out.
You make but I applied for it. I got in. I started posting all the links. I'm like, this is everything I bought, and they were all on Amazon. Perfect, because Amazon is a great place to buy product. And I remember just signing up, putting all the links in. I'm like, I don't know, maybe some people will buy some stuff. And I remember, I think I sold I forgot what it was. I think I sold some kind of like, I think it was a door handle cover for the truck or something that I put in there, and it was like a $20 sale, and I'm like, oh my god, somebody like purchased off my link. It was like the craziest thing. Like, I provided value to somebody.
Well, and that's the first step of you turning it into an actual business, or at least a business that's finally paying you. You started the business, but this is your first time making any income.
Anything.
That's awesome.
What was your first paycheck?
So for YouTube or for that little
for either, just the first time you were paid, how much was it?
It was
like $1 from the sale. What was the cut?
So the first sale, I think it was like you make like a couple cents on the product. So the bigger ticket the item, the more cut you're gonna make on the sale. And so Amazon will pay you out at the end of the month. So they'll gather everything you've made, and if you've made more than $10 in product sales, they're gonna pay you out. So I think my first month I made like $53, and I was like, "This is it,
dude! Congrats!
$53.
53.
And that was
getting out of the red.
And it was $53 that I didn't have to go to work for. And from there, I was like, I'm hooked.
That's it. That's
100%.
Yep. What's really been attractive to me about YouTube is this idea of intellectual property. That you film a video one time, whether it be affiliate links or just from AdSense or sponsorships, but you make one piece of work that can continually pay you. That blows my mind.
That shit's awesome.
So we already know what your highest viewed video is. what video has been paying you the most? Because it might not correlate.
No, it actually doesn't. So, well, the highest viewed video happens to be paying me the most because it's so far out compared to the other videos.
Yes.
So I think it's like 287,000 views. The next highest one's
90K is your second
almost
highest.
100K. So that one is paying me the most, but it is not the highest CPM, which is the cost per mil. So let's say YouTube will pay you $5 for every 1,000 views that you get on a video. That's like an average. But that video doesn't pay me as much as other videos. Let's say another video made the same amount of views. Another video would make way more. So I think my highest earning potential video is probably, it's probably the one that I have up right now where I did, I forget which one it is. It has to be a tutorial video that I did installing something because it's an educational video, and the educational videos make the most.
I was going to ask you about that because I would have thought that your highest grossing videos would have, as far as views at least, would have been like the decal removals or the mods, like self-help ones.
Yes, the installation ones.
Well, the installation ones.
This is what I think is interesting is that AdSense, the direct money from YouTube, which is more correlated to views, probably pays you a little more, but the affiliate links attached to them is where you make probably your bread and butter, right?
That's where you make all the money.
So probably some of your smaller ones that sell a higher valued product probably put more money in your bank account.
Yeah. So the YouTube channel, I mean, if you average it out. So some videos make $10 every 1,000 views, some make $5 every 1,000 views. So you're making you get 100,000 views a month. It could be $500 to $1,000 a month, basically. On
big
YouTube.
Deal. That's not light work.
No, it's not.
For us normal people, $500, $1,000 a month. That's game changer for me right now.
That is game changing, and that can pay someone's rent, that can pay for your car insurance, your car note, whatever it is. It can definitely life change. But the big money comes from the sales part, and sales is the highest paid skill in the world.
Yes.
And if you can provide value to somebody through product, through services, goods, whatever it is, it's unlimited there.
So you view your tutorial videos as basically a sale.
Yeah. So basically, I will show them how to do it. I'll show them where to get it. I'll recommend it. And then somebody will take my advice. And I think that's the biggest piece that creates this whole YouTube. It's people are listening to my advice and they actually like take it and go, you know what? Like, I want this for myself and I trust him.
Mike's right. He showed me how to put it together.
Yep.
He linked me the product. I'm going to purchase it.
Yep. Make it very easy for them.
This might sound extremely dumb, but I never really thought of it as basically a sale video. Your goal is to get them to the sale.
Right.
I always thought of it as just, I'm always coming at this from an entertainment perspective. That's mainly our channels to entertain. It's not a lot of direct sales, but I've never thought that that's the goal. You know what? This is a really cool product. How can I make a video around showing someone how to use that product and then getting them to click the purchase button? That's a really interesting way to do it, and I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, and it's awesome. The product itself is a product that I actually use or that I would use. And then so companies will reach out to me all the time. Hey, can you promote this product? Can you talk about this product? We'll send you this product. And if I don't believe in the product, I'm not going to introduce it to the channel.
You can't.
No, can't do it.
How do companies find you? How do they reach out to you?
So I have my email in the description. I have my social media from like Instagram, Facebook in the description as well. But most of the time, it's people emailing me directly and asking me, we like your channel, this many views, we think we can convert this many people or whatever it is. We would like to send you this. Can you test it out?
Interesting. And if it passed your sniff test, if it's a product you think you're interested in, you'll make a video on it.
We'll make a video on it. But you gotta be really careful. There's a lot of scammers out there.
Yeah,
a lot of scammers.
I can imagine.
You get some, people. Hey, we want to promote this NFT crypto, whatever it is.
Get out of here! As soon as they start talking
$500 will pay you right away, and it's all a scam. Don't
get out of here.
Just send me your bank account.
Yeah, that's it.
So, Professor Mike, knowing that your tutorial videos are kind of your money maker, and then your big show ponies are the top 5 exhaust systems and top 5, just your top 5s in general. How do you strike a balance between serving your algorithm, but also making the videos you want to make?
That's a good question. So a lot of the videos that I make are more towards the algorithm, what people want to see. So I would love to make videos on the Mustang life and like modding out the Mustang, or just kind of talking about whatever, the Camaros and all that. But I've noticed that those videos don't get that many views. They don't get much traction. And so the truck videos make way more view traction than car videos. And so I noticed that going into the YouTube channel, like the truck gonna like do really well. But I make videos half and half. So I'll make videos on things that are gonna do well, but then I need to enjoy my hobby, and I will burn out if I don't make videos that I want to make.
Now, I noticed that, and I actually watched a video that you released a few weeks ago that I watched in its entirety, 17 plus minute video about not buying a new car.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It had like 70 views at the time.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be one of your biggest standout videos, but it was an important video to me because I was actually one of the people you were talking to.
Really?
Yes. Now, you know, I got a day job. I make decent money at the day job. And I started getting that stupid feeling that I deserve something nice. Right? And
Daddy wants a new car.
Daddy wants a new car. Daddy wants something new. Daddy's blowing some dumb money. And you were like, hey, listen, man, sit down.
Professor
Don't
Mike,
do that.
The voice of reason came down to your YouTube ears.
I know more about cars than you. I've had more cars than you. I've modded more cars than you. Shut up. Stop doing that. and you broke it down. And I'm currently shopping for used cars because of that video.
Yep.
And I thought that was really awesome for a couple reasons. I thought it was awesome because you took a moment to just share something that you thought was important to people in the either just getting into automotives or just need a new car or a used car and are helping them make a better financial decision. But then after thinking about it, it also kind of opened up to more of a thought of why YouTube is so amazing. Because if Professor Mike's show was on a network, you wouldn't have been able to make that video.
No, not at all.
They would not. They wouldn't want you to say, "Don't buy new cars."
Right. No.
Like so you really are serving your viewers. And I really appreciate that. And just so you know, that was a video for me specifically. You check it out. He will sell you on a used car. And it makes total sense. And there's no reason why you should ever buy a new one unless you just have so much money.
Look, Professor Mike is serving his viewers, and we got to serve our sponsors. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
All right.
Hey! Killing it.
I like it.
You're killing it, dude. You're killing it.
We'd like to take a break for one moment to thank our sponsors of today's episode. Today's sponsor is Daedalus Industrial.
There it is.
Small businesses often think they can't afford to automate their processes, but in this labor market, they can't afford not to. At Daedalus, we help small manufacturers understand the best ways to maximize their production through automation and robotics without breaking the bank.
Robots, motherfucker.
Let Daedalus do an automation assessment for your company so you can get back to growing your business, not worrying about how you're going to staff it. Visit our website, daedalusindustrial.com, to learn more. Now back to the program.
Thank you, Daedalus. Professor Mike. Yeah!
We're giving Professor Mike the intro back in again.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming back from our commercial break. Thank you to our sponsors, and thank you, Professor Mike, for being on the show.
Hell yeah. Professor Mike, when we left off, we were talking about a video that you did where you discussed not buying a new car. And we also were talking a bit about how you're able to have those discussions being your own boss and not being a part of a larger network or a larger conglomerate. What you got, man? Let's keep talking about that. It's interesting stuff.
So that video was really important to me.
Yeah.
I look at my demographic audience and I realize that most of my viewers are 18 to 29, but the median is my age, 20, 23, 24, 25, in that area.
Okay.
And I see a lot of my age group in TikTok or whatever it is, you know, making these mistakes. You know, they're spending $1,000, $1,200 on their car payment.
Yes.
They're massively into debt. They're putting money in things that go down in value instead of things that go up in value.
Correct.
And so if I can be that mentor to my audience, I can change one life at a time. And because they will listen to what I have to say. And if I can, take my knowledge that I know about finances and saving and investing, all that from just going through school and then learning on my own, I can incorporate that into my view base. And it doesn't have to be all about the truck and the car industry. It can be about life stuff. It can be about anything that they are doing that they should not be doing, because they'll take advice from me before they take advice from their dad or their uncle or someone that they think is out of their realm. They can relate to me. They know, like, oh, he's my age. What is he doing that I can be doing? I can actually listen to him. Yeah.
Well, I want you to know that you reeled in a 36-year-old.
Nice.
I was about to I'm getting to that age where I'm like, I deserve a new fucking car.
We're out there.
No, Mike was like, whoa, easy, brother.
Yeah, man.
So that's interesting too. You mentioned in the beginning that you were focused on the analytics.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit further. When you look at a video's success or lack thereof, what are you looking at in the analytics of each video?
So as soon as you post that video, YouTube will give it a ranking system right away, and it's supposed to kind of rank
that 1 to 10.
That 1 to 10.
I
It's
hate
bad.
that 1 to 10.
It's
I
bad.
hate seeing how poorly our videos are doing.
One.
So if you like the videos, guys, subscribe, share, send them out.
Please.
Comment down below questions, Professor Mike. He might answer them. We don't, but he might.
So that ranking system can be very hard on your psychological
Yes,
mind,
it sucks.
You see a video, you're like,
So
I did so well.
Explain it. How does the ranking system work?
So the ranking system is kind of based on how good your video is doing from the time it was released to when the next video hits. So based on your other
In comparison to your own videos,
your own
right?
videos, yeah.
So it's either top or low ball of your videos.
Yeah. So let's say the best rank you want to get is number 1. This is the number 1 video in the last 30 days. And if you post a video and you see that it's a 9, that means it's not getting the traction that another video before that did, or the video before that.
Daggers.
It's not getting the views. It's not getting the likes, the watch time, all that. So the way that you get a great video is the watch time and the interaction. If people are staying on the platform long enough,
So retention.
it's all about retention. So you can have a good thumbnail, you can have a great video, you can have everything, but if they're not on the video staying, it's not going to promote that video.
So you're looking at audience retention, which I know is huge, but you also went into customer reviewer age ranges.
Yes.
Talk about that. I have not looked at any of that for us. I think our sample size is way too small to look at any analytics, but I'm curious for the future and hopefully other channels that are also looking to learn from you just about growth in general. It doesn't have to be a car channel, any YouTube channel. Explain how the analytics work and how to use them in your favor.
So I use them in my favor because the analytics really kind of shows you the age demographic, where they are in the country or out of the country. It'll show you the male or female, so you can kind of get that. And the best thing about my audience is they all are like me. We all kind of think alike because they're all in the same realm. So if I'm interested in making this video, the majority of my audience is interested in watching the video.
Yeah.
So if I make videos on different topics for like women or anything, my audience is not going to watch that, and I'm not going to be interested in making that video anyway. So my channel won't do well. So you kind of have to align with what your audience wants, and if you're interested in making those videos to begin with. And if you can do that, then you have a good recipe going.
Hell yeah. We got to work on that.
Well, I think in the beginning too, for very young channels, baby channels like us, I think to a degree you've got to throw spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks because you don't know who your audience is yet. I think in the beginning you're just, the way I've looked at it, and it sounds like you were similar, is find something that you like and are passionate about anyway, because the YouTube work's going to be a grind, and then make videos about that and then cultivate which direction of those works, whether it be, you moving from a Mustang to a truck. You say, oh shit, I love Mustangs, but the truck is paying the bill. So guess what? We're doing 7 truck videos versus 2 Mustang videos.
Right.
So that's interesting too. But I guess that leads me to ask, so then how did you figure out, oh, this is my audience, this is what they like? So
I think it's kind of trial and error when you begin. The Mustang videos did relatively well starting off, and I noticed that the tutorial videos is what's bringing in the audience. So we started doing more tutorial videos. Tutorial, how to do this, how to do that. Because when people are on YouTube, they're looking for how to do something. They're looking for knowledge, entertainment, or they're looking for entertainment, or they're looking for knowledge, basically.
That seems to be the biggest delineage in YouTube is, are you going to make an entertainment channel, or are you going to make a knowledge channel, a how-to educational channel?
Correct.
I'm sure educational pays more, but guess what, baby? We ain't educating nobody. But we will interview people that do know what to do.
That's right.
Yes. So so those videos started doing really well. And then I was watching other channels, and this is what you have to do when you're coming up on a YouTube channel. You have to take a look at your competition. What are they doing well at, right? There was a video by a YouTuber called Call Me Matt, and he does Mustang videos.
Got it.
He's got about probably 10,000 subscribers now, and he made a video on top 5 exhaust systems for the Mustang V6 3.7 liter, and it has like 200,000 views. And I was like, why can't I do that for the F-150? Like if that works on that channel, it can work on this channel. So I started looking at other YouTubers, and the exhaust system videos, the tutorial videos, they do the best. So I just threw out of top 5 exhaust system video, which was that number 1 video on my channel.
Number 1 video.
Yep. First one you did?
The first one I did.
Yeah.
That's a point I'd really like to highlight for the listeners and viewers, that you found competition. A channel that you also liked and thought that your channel was similar to, and then found a video they made, and you replicated it.
Hell yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's a phenomenal business principle. Like every
Imitation,
company on the planet
finest
does
form of
that.
flattery.
Yeah, absolutely. And every company does that. You find a product or service that works. Can I replicate it? Can I take a piece of that market share? Can I take a piece of that pie? And it sounds like it's exactly what you did and led to your number 1 video.
It is my number 1 video, and since then I knew it clicked. And I just started making more and more videos. You know, game is game. You know, you're not going to be the first on anything.
Right.
Everything's already been done.
Right.
You just have to tweak it and make it your own.
When I would assume people, podcast baby. I would assume people. I mean, we always want more. I would assume people watch that video, even if you did the same video. Someone's going to watch it also before they make their decision, and maybe they like your vibe better than this other guy, or maybe you're the second look and they use your affiliate link. I mean, there's a lot of ways to pull from it.
There is, and the biggest, the most, I guess the biggest thing that you can do is have a good, personality. You know, you can have the best lighting, the best sound, the best cameras, the best editing. If you have a dry humor, if you're just dry, no one's gonna watch you. So I think the majority of my viewers watch me because they just like who I am as a person, rather than like, because I don't do any kind of editing. I do some cuts. I'll put some little bit of music, put some captions in there, but there is no crazy editing in my videos.
Yeah.
So have you cultivated this persona that is Professor Mike, or is Professor Mike just you?
I think it started from, I just wanted to get something that's going to click, like something that's catchy. Because if my name is Mike Palladino, and you know, it's a regular name, but what is something that somebody can say? Do you watch Professor Mike? Like,
bro, I love saying
I know who
name,
that
dude.
is.
That's a good name.
It's a great catch, and it's a great name. And so I think it's all about like building a brand at that point. And Professor Mike is super catchy, and if people know who it is, they know who it is.
So is Professor Mike, when you're making videos, do you take the suit? Do you take the suit off and Professor Mike lives underneath? Is he a little bit of a persona, or is it really just a catchy title, but it's really just you, or maybe a mix of the two?
I think it's just me. It's just kind of how I am in person. I think what I say on the camera is what I would say in real life. I could say to a buddy or a coworker.
For sure.
And so I do. You know, I don't walk around saying I'm Professor Mike.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
Well, because I don't think it's wrong for either if you're starting a channel. If you want to cultivate or create a character, I think that's fun too.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier. I think a lot of people will find more success just
being yourself,
being a good version of yourself, and not being afraid to put yourself on camera.
Yeah, and it is very interesting when you're on Facebook or something and you make a comment on like a video, like, oh, it's a cool truck you got. They're like, oh my God, Professor Mike, like that's you. Like, thank you so much,
Professor
man.
Mike found my Facebook.
Yeah, like just on the F-150 forums, like people like, I watch your videos. Like, oh, I'm like, that's
awesome.
Like cool. That's cool to
awesome,
see.
man.
This is a picture of me. Professor Mike's comment on my YouTube.
Professor Mike fans, I need you to comment down below. We were thinking about getting this guy a lab coat. What do you think?
Here's the deal. Comment down below, because I really want to see a video with Professor Mike in the lab coat. I didn't think about it early enough, but I was going to buy lab coats for Ryan and I to wear during the show to ham it up.
Hell yeah,
we
dude.
come from the world of entertainment. We like that hokey shit. I like the idea of a character. Even you, like, I love your logo, by the way. I want to go back to that in a second. I love your logo, but I would love to, even if it's just one video,
One time.
I would love to see a video of you in the lab coat with some beakers, just hamming it up a little bit for one video, maybe just a Halloween video. But I think your audience would love it.
Just one. I don't want to detract from his viewers too much.
I think it would be funny though. For some
so.
for some of the more tutorials, like you put on the lab coat, Professor Mike here.
I think so.
Let's see. So. YouTube sent me a box, catalytic converter, whatever, blah blah blah. Let's open it up.
Fuck yeah.
Well, there's any sponsors out there. If you want to send me some lab coats, you want to send me some beakers, some solutions, I'll throw it on and
send all the free stuff for Professor Mike to latenight.com.
So Professor Mike, it's no secret now, at least today, I'm sure it's no secret to your viewers either, the top fives are kind of your thing.
They are my thing.
So I put together some top fives for you. I would love it if you would entertain me.
Cool, let's do it.
All right. So the first one,
Keoh's top five.
That's right. Professor Mike, if you get a car tomorrow, stock, what are your top 5 mods that you're going to do to that car? Or truck, I mean, whichever, man. What are your must-have mods? Like things when you get a new project car, you're like, I gotta knock these out.
So that's a great question because that video's about to release.
Hey, I predicted the future.
Predicted it. Yep. So the first thing you gotta do is you gotta get some window tint. You just can't be riding around in the fishbowl.
Yeah.
Gotta get some window
I
tint.
agree with that. I don't understand how anyone in Florida doesn't tint their windows.
Anyone.
You have to.
Yeah,
but especially Florida.
Window tint is a necessity, and it just changes the look of the car.
It does.
You just add tint to your car, it changes it.
Okay, what's your preferred tint? As the expert,
I'm gonna go with. Well, in Florida, you got to know the legal laws too when you're doing stuff. Emissions,
dark is
tints,
legal,
all that. So in Florida, 28% is legal in the front, and then 15% in the back. Now in Florida, they're not going to really bother you. It's hot, and people rock dark tint, and the cops are not going to bother you. I've been driving around with illegal tint, technically 15% all the way around, and you can't tint your windshield, but mine is 50%. But if I could have the best, I would go 5%. It goes super dark limo tint.
Yeah.
And so when you're looking at tints, if I say like 15%, that means only 15% of light can get through the car. And so if you go with 5% tint, which is limo tint, only 5% of light is getting through the car. So window tint, definitely in the top 5. I guess number 2 would be exhaust. You gotta change.
We had to know. Professor's Mike's bread and butter. We're gonna have to talk about exhaust.
Exhaust is the best one. I think out of the top 5 because it's a whole new car. You have a stock Mustang, you see driving down, but then you have a Mustang Shelby GT500, it sounds a lot different than a regular GT does. And so, the engine's different and like the tune is different, but the exhaust is what makes the entire car.
Was that the one, the Shelby, was that the one that John Wick was driving around? Which one? Well, he had a Mustang, right? You remember the John Wick movies?
I think that was an SS. I don't remember.
We'll
have to fact check that.
We'll fact check that later.
I didn't bring any fact checking laptop today.
It's all good.
So then,
number
3. We're going to go with a tuning system. So a tuned basic handheld tuner that you can buy on Amazon or SET or MPT or any of these tuning sites. And they email you a tune for your car. And basically a tune is you're just reprogramming.
Let's back it up. What, for us non-car people, what is tuning?
Tuning is basically changing the computer system of your car and relaying where the horsepower is laid down, relaying where the torque is laid down, adding performance to it. It basically tricks the system into being like, you're not this car anymore, you're now this car. And
you're buying a mini hacker.
Yeah, you're buying a little mini hacker. And you're, because what happens is when a car is released from the dealership, the factory, they make it as safe as possible in terms of reliability. So there's a lot more horsepower that can be released from that engine.
Fuel efficiency as well.
Yes, fuel efficiency, horsepower. They knock it down because they want it as reliable as possible.
Got it.
But if you're looking for strictly performance, you can change that computer and say, do this instead. So you'll contact one of the companies. They will, talk about your car, the make and model, the specs. They will send you out, what do you want? Well, I want it to be, I want more horsepower, I want more torque. They'll send you an email of the tune. You log it into your computer. You log it to your tuner with a USB drive. Then you take that tuner, you put it into your OBD2 port in your car.
No way.
You change the computer system. You haven't installed anything. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no wrenches. Awesome. There's no tools. You just plug your, the little wire into the OBD2 port. After like 5 minutes, it's downloaded, it's tuned. You get on the car, and it's a whole new car.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Got a number 4 for us?
And what kind of things is it adjusting? I'm assuming like airflow,
horsepower.
No, but like
Everything.
what things inside the engine? Everything.
So yeah, I mean, you kind of tell the company what you want. Yeah, you want more horsepower, you want more torque, you want more throttle response.
But I mean, I guess how is it doing that? What is it doing in the engine? What changes is it making?
So it's not really changing anything in the engine. It's changing the computer module. It's telling the computer you need to release more horsepower.
Like,
you need to release more torque
What does that mean?
from the
Like
same
pulling
engine.
more gas for this function, increasing airflow. Like
Yep.
what does that exactly mean?
So I am not an engineer by any terms, but from what I know is that it will release. So let's say you want something that's going to have less horsepower but more economy and more fuel efficiency. So you'll realize, and you can kind of like see this when your truck, you turn on eco mode or your car, you get on the gas, it's not going to like kick that fast because it's trying to save the amount of gas that's being pushed through the engine. And so from there, it'll kind of lay back a little bit, and then you'll have like better fuel economy because you're not like full throttle, like just pumping fuel.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a new mode on a car. The modern cars that already have those different
got
eco
different
boosts.
modes.
Yeah, it's like a sport,
Basically, this is like
mode.
it's like a hidden dark web level that you didn't know your car had.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I like
we
that.
on number 4?
Number 4.
Number 4, let's go with paint matched, body colored parts on the truck. Everything part of it, the bumper, the door handles, the B pillars, the A pillars.
Yeah.
You got to go all body colored because if you look at a car that has like it's got like the cheap plastic on it that's not painted, and then you just take it off and you put like a painted part on it, it looks more premium. It looks like a more high end version.
It does.
And I think in today's world, we're kind of getting away from the chrome, especially for the younger guys, and they want like more of the sporty, all same body color, all white, all
I like
black.
that. I agree. I like the all color. I don't like the chrome.
I don't like the chrome.
I don't like the chrome.
I don't think the
hate
young crowd
chrome.
likes the chrome. My dad likes the chrome. My grandpa likes the chrome.
I hate the chrome.
I think the chrome is fading out. We're
Yeah.
going into body colored.
Thank God. I never liked the chrome, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, well, number 5, man.
5.
We're here.
Number 5, and this I don't even know if it's a mod or not, but you got to go with some floor mats, man. You got to go with WeatherTech floor mats. And I'm throwing in a wrench. I'm throwing you for a curveball here because you will save the value of your car by just having floor mats. Like the carpet, I have WeatherTech floor mats, good for all purpose, snow, rain, dirt, mud, anything like that. You take it out, you hose it down. It preserves the life of the carpets. You don't get the stains, the smell of the car, and the value of the car does not depreciate. And it's like it's $100.
interesting.
It's $100.
That's
Get it in
definitely
there.
a mod, man.
It's definitely a mod, but it's not. You can't install it. I mean, you kind of just put it in. But people don't. They bypass that. They want the fast parts. But you got to think about the car itself and the life that you're and you're in it all day. Like when you get in the car, you don't want like dirty and smelly carpets while you're in. People come in your car all the
100%.
time. Yeah, that's definitely one that most people don't think about.
That's awesome.
Number 5 might be the most relatable for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one for
Mike's
anybody.
5.
Yep.
Get those dirty mats out your car, trash them right now, and get some WeatherTech.
WeatherTech.
Spend $100, you scrubs.
I got 2 more top 5s.
Go ahead.
Boom.
Boom. All right, this one be pretty quick. You got every F-150 ever created in a lot. You get 5 of them. Package, whatever, however you want to break it down. What are your which F-150s are you grabbing?
So
Your model package. all that shit.
well, there's a lot of different models there's a lot of different models that you can get for the F-150. But most people don't know, but the Raptor is an F-150.
Yeah?
So we're definitely going with the Raptor.
Oh, I didn't even know that was an F-150.
It is an F-150.
They don't want you to know that.
They don't want you to know. They want you to think it's a Raptor, but it actually is an F-150. It's the highest trim level of the F-150. So it is like 702A on the model spec.
What year?
whatever.
What year? Do you have a year?
I would probably go with an older year because the older years have the 5.0, and they kind of got rid of the 5.0. No, there's no more V8s in the Raptors.
Wow.
It's all V6 EcoBoost.
EcoBoost.
So that probably
They
goes-
changed the Raptor to the EcoBoost. I didn't even know that.
It's all 3.5 twin turbos EcoBoost. There's no V8 Raptors anymore. Hopefully they bring it back in the future,
sucks.
but I'd probably go with an older model. I'm not sure when they discontinued
Okay.
the
So
5.
you'd prefer a V8 over a couple twin
V8.
turbos.
Yes, naturally aspirated anytime. And I spoke to some when I was buying cars and then the dealership, and all the tech said I'd go with the 5.0 before I go with the EcoBoost because they leak oil and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't want to deal with
Oh,
that.
no.
Naturally aspirated is also kind of going out with chrome. It's kind of slowly going bye-bye.
Yeah, it is. It's all eco-friendly stuff. So that's number 1. I would
Damn
get.
planet.
Yep. And then I guess the second one you would have to get is the second highest tier would probably be the limited model, which is it's more of a it's like the highest tier F-150 with the leather seating and the Bose sound system. It has all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So it's the highest F-150 without being like, doesn't look like an F-150 anymore.
Got it.
So this is the city cruiser. The Raptor's lean and mean, made for speed.
You got a
limited is for.
You got a year for the limited.
You can go with the newest model. That's the newest model,
it.
The
limited.
shiniest, the premium leather.
Yeah. So
any throwback F-150s that come to mind? Anything that just you sat in, you were like, oh, this one's just.
I don't know.
Remember the Lightning?
So there's two Lightnings. There's two Lightnings. You know, you have the old Lightning, the Ford Lightning.
Yeah.
Then you have the new F-150 Lightning, which is all electric.
I'm talking about the old.
Yeah, I'm talking about the old Lightning. Yeah,
the old ugly one.
I thought you were talking about the new one.
No, I feel like that was a predecessor to the Raptor. That was when they were trying it out. Like, what if we just make this truck fast?
Yeah.
The Light didn't have like an ugly back spoiler.
Oh, it's terrible. I hate it. I don't even know what they were doing with that. It doesn't even look like a truck anymore.
I saw one of the new Lightnings. I didn't really love the way it looked either.
You know, the electric ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The headlights are kind of weird and the taillights are kind of weird.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
And I think the weirdest thing about it is it doesn't have exhaust, so people will put they put like a speaker to make it sound like
no.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's so weird.
I've seen it.
So as a Mustang and truck guy, there's two things that pop out in me, like the electric Mustang and the electric trucks we're alluding to. What do you think about that market coming into Professor Mike's house?
I think we are moving into electric type vehicles. You see the Tesla models, and you got and now every company is making some kind of electric hybrid, at least, you know, half gas, half electric. And
how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't really have a preference on them. I think one day I'd probably get a Tesla, you know, just to try it out. They're super fast.
Yeah.
And I think we're kind of moving into that direction. But it's ultimately like what people want to see. You know, I'll make content on electric cars that people want to see.
You got to change with the times. You got to change with the times.
I got to adapt.
I got another top 5 for you. This one should be pretty quick too. I don't know if you even have answers for it, but I had to ask because you are a big car guy, and we do a lot of movie and entertainment stuff here. Yep. What are your top 5 car movies?
This is a good question. They don't have to be in any order. They can be straight off the dome.
Any that you enjoyed.
Favorite car movies. And if we won't judge you if you say Fast 10. If you say Fast 10, this is a safe space. No one's going to judge
Fast
you.
10, I'm watching it.
So I think the first one's going to be Ride Along with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
The police car. He's whipping it through the city and everything.
Oh, man.
That's a good one. That's funny.
The second one is Transformers.
Yes.
With 2007 Megan Fox when she's under the
hood. Big shout out. Yeah, we're not mad at that.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one.
They're transforming and they're going back into the car.
Yeah, Bumblebee, baby.
was looking badass.
Bumblebee, lucky guy.
I think any of the Need for Speed, like Fast and Furious, Need for Speed type of car, you got to throw them in there because they're just a classic.
Yes, it's true.
I don't really watch any of them, but when I see them, like, that's kind of cool. Those are pretty decent.
I can dig it, man.
Kurt, what's it called? Oh, the what's the name of it? It's the one with the Volkswagen Bug.
Kirby.
Right? Kirby.
Kirby. That's a good one, man. That's a classic. I think they remade it, but I remember the old ones. I love that.
Kirby's definitely up there. That's an old one, man. That's very old.
You got another one?
Oh, no, one more.
What about, do you like some of the heist movies? A lot of car movies aren't really car movies, but there's always like a heist driver. Yes, there's always a heist driver.
You ever seen Gone in 60 Seconds?
No, I haven't.
Nicolas Cage.
No,
that one's classic.
Angelina Jolie. That's an oldie.
Here's another one. Here's another one. I know you used to drift Mustangs out of Denny's parking lots. So Baby Driver.
I was gonna say that.
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver might be my favorite.
He's a getaway driver.
I don't think I've seen that one.
He's a getaway driver, and that's all he does. Like, he doesn't commit any crimes. Yeah. He just gets hired because he's a badass. He's
like
driver.
A savant, young kid, and he can drive.
Listens
I think
to music
like that
while he's driving. So like the soundtrack's always awesome. He's always got like one headphone in because he's got like tinnitus or something. Yeah. But it was a really cool.
If you haven't watched, you need to watch Baby Driver. Another one is Ryan Gosling, Drive.
Yeah.
Yep.
70s. Have you seen that one?
I don't think I've seen that one either. No.
Man. Okay. We got some homework for you. Audience, comment down below if you agree.
Hell yeah.
We'll include them in the top 5. Yeah, man.
I love it, man. How much time we got?
Got 2 minutes, and if you want, we can do another half hour. Totally up to you.
Yeah, we can do another half hour.
All right, so give me one more question to wrap up this 2 minutes.
One more question, man. To anybody new getting into the automotive industry, or just wanting to, they have a love for cars, they grew up with the toys, and now they're ready, younger guy, ready to pursue a life as a gearhead, what you got for him? What kind of advice you got for him starting?
I think the first thing you got to do is you got to get your finances in order. You should not be in the car community. It's a very expensive hobby.
Yes.
And I don't want you putting all your money, especially in the 20s. In your 20s, this is where you need to build your wealth so you can create a financial better future for yourself, and your older self will give you like a big sloppy hug and thank you for what you've done in your early years. So make sure you got your job, you got your money that you're putting towards your investments, your savings, you're paying your bills, you're still enjoying life. And if you have extra money left over, then that's the time where you start indulging in things that make you, that are fun, hobbies like cars or painting, or it could be anything. It doesn't have to be automotive related, but that's why I made that one video. And there's another video coming out about like people just blowing money on things that are not benefiting them in their future self.
Right. That's a really good way to end this part two, because I think that's a phenomenal point that I would never expect from a car guy. I think most car people, like I grew up, not like you, not like you, but I had extra $100. I'm spending on something cool for the truck.
WeatherTech.
Something fun. I really like that you are pushing in your 20s. Be smart with your finances first. Car toys second.
I like it.
I think that's an amazing point to end on. One more commercial break. We'll be back with Professor Mike.
Coming back, Professor Mike.
Take a break from your regularly scheduled program to thank our sponsors for today's episode. Today's sponsor is Dataless Industrial.
Dataless Industrial.
Small businesses often think they can't afford to automate their processes, but in this labor market, they can't afford not to. At Dataless, we help small manufacturers understand the best ways to maximize their production through automation and robotics without breaking the bank. Let Dataless do an automation assessment for your company so you can get back to growing your business, not worrying about how you're going to staff it. Visit our website, datalesindustrial.com, to learn more.
Thank you, Dataless.
I don't even know a lot of what Dataless does, but the website will tell you. Thanks, and back to the program. Welcome back, audience, because we love you, and especially because Professor Mike loves you.
I do.
You get a bonus half hour. We're going to pick his brain. Maybe he'll pick our brains. We're going to learn a little bit more. So enjoy the bonus half hour.
Here it is. Let's get
Just give a round of applause.
Give me some music. Give me some music.
We appreciate the bonus. I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. If you are, like, comment, subscribe, write anything to Professor Mike, and we'll forward it over.
Yeah.
On to the show. Keoh, I have some questions lined up, but I know you have a bunch too. So why don't you start off with one of yours, and I'll move on to mine.
Brother, I'm pretty much tapped out.
You tapped out?
I mean, I got more, but I want to give you your chance. You've been very patient.
I really want to delve more into music still rolling. One of the things I'm the most intrigued in is just the business side of this. I want to dive a little bit deeper. What percentage of your income comes from each portion that YouTube pays you? I know we have affiliate links, we have AdSense, we have direct sponsorships. Give me the breakdown of that pie of you can go year or month, whatever you quickly can kind of off the cuff give us some percentages, but where does the money come from? And then if you're comfortable with it, I'd like to hear some numbers. Are there some numbers you're proud of that you've hit for this as a business? Because a lot of people that are starting this, ourselves included, we need to monetize this so we can keep doing it. We love you, audience. We love doing this. We have so much fun doing it, but we have to make it make money so we can keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of moving parts with YouTube, and the great thing about YouTube and any kind of social media is that you can monetize 5, 6, 7 different ways, And so the big, like you said, the big three are going to be Google AdSense, which is YouTube paying you through the ads. They put it through your videos.
So these are the direct commercials that pop up on people's
So when you guys
videos.
watch those ads on my video, YouTube is paying me a portion, basically advertising that company.
Do you make less if I push the skip button?
It's It's a good question because I skip a lot.
So you do make less, but you can't. So there's YouTube guidelines where you're not allowed to tell someone that they have to watch the whole ad. So you can't be on your channel being, hey, you need to watch the entire ad. You can't skip.
I will never skip.
Yeah, it infringes on YouTube's policies. For
Interesting.
ad,
So
for
you can't say it or set it up that
No.
it's unskippable.
Well, there are unskippable ads during the videos
Oh,
that you
interesting.
can actually take off or add in, and you can add ads throughout the video, beginning and end. Now, one thing about YouTube is as long as you have an 8-minute video, you can put ads in the middle of all your videos. So you want to shoot for videos that are above 8 minutes. So 8 minutes, 1
Interesting.
second, it goes. Now, anything over 10 minutes, you can put ads in the beginning and the end and in the middle. So that's where
like
you're gonna
that.
make your big money there.
Okay, so AdSense. Now, what percentage of your total income, either month or year, what percentage would you say comes from AdSense?
So from AdSense, it's probably looking about 10%.
10%.
10%.
It's on the lower end. So what's the next one? We'll get to the highest last.
So
what's your next one
the
in
next
the pie?
one in the pie that is in that realm is going to be the sponsorships, brand deal sponsorships, companies promoting a product for me to talk about and install, and then either the value of the product that can be sold later or added to the truck as part of income.
Interesting. So you can, if they send you a product, the company's fine with you reselling it.
Sure. Yeah, you can talk about it because ultimately they want you to promote that product so that you can so that they can make some sales.
Interesting.
So they don't care if you keep it on or not.
So they'll give you the product for free, and some will also cut you a check.
They'll cut you a check.
So what is that process like? Do you negotiate with advertisers or companies? Do they find you? Do you find them?
So I don't find any of them. They all come to me. So I don't. You can apply for sponsorships through companies, but I feel that if they're gonna come to me, they really want me. So I'm not gonna put myself. If they want to come to me, they want to be on my channel. They got to come to me.
Now, do they pick a number, or is there a negotiation, or is it just yes? I'll take anything that happens.
So there is a process. They're gonna ask you, hey, we are looking at your channel. We like whatever you're doing. This is a product that we'd like to present in front of your channel. Now, we can send it out to you. Here's the link or a description of links that you can pick from for different products. And so if you say you agree, I can definitely add that to the truck, or I can talk about that. They will then send you a contract. And in the contract, it'll tell you what they expect of the video, how you're going to make it, what you're going to talk about, how you're going to push their product, how you're going to monetize it on the channel. And they'll give you a link. They'll give you maybe a discount code for your viewers. And then they'll give you another affiliate link for your sale part. And then once you figure that out, they will also tell you, if you put this in the first 1 minute or 30 seconds, whatever, talk about these steps, we'll pay you a flat rate of 500 plus your commissions or whatever it is, the money. Sometimes
this sounds like a mix of a direct sponsorship and an affiliate link.
Yeah, so it's actually both. It's actually more of a brand deal.
Okay, so that's what a brand deal is.
That's basically what a brand. You're kind of helping out another brand, and you're making a deal with it.
Are most brand deals? I kind of assume most brand deals were for multiple videos or a time frame versus one video. But you're saying it could be a brand deal for one video.
Yeah, so you can do one video, and then if they like it, there's good sales, they'll contact you again. Hey, can you do this? And so I've been working with a brand 4, 5, 6 videos now, and they just, sometimes I'll just say something for 15 seconds in the video, and they will just pay me to just talk about that. I don't have to promote any product. They'll just kind of tell me, hey, go check out this website or whatever it is. They're selling these cool products, whatever it is. And they'll give you a flat rate. Now you can negotiate on the rates and everything, but I don't have time to do any of that rate. If I like the product, I'm going to promote it. If I don't, I'm not.
So you don't do any negotiations?
Sometimes I will, depending on what product they're trying to advertise or I'm on my channel, but I'm not negotiating on the price as much because most of the products are very simple and easy to do. So I'm not it's not a hassle for me to do. It's not really an inconvenience. But if you want to throw me a couple extra $100 to talk about it, I'll talk about it.
Interesting. It's probably good relationship builders for future videos and future deals.
It is. And if you make the video right where people are buying it, then the brands really come after you and they're like, hey man, we want you to promote this one now. Well, okay, cool. Now you're gonna have to. You gotta pay me more. Right. If you want me to talk about, I'm making a lot of money for you. You gotta make a lot of money for me.
Right. I love that.
What really surprises me is that you have to sign an actual contract of their expectations.
Yes, you do. You got to sign it. You got to send it back to them. It's kind of like a mutual agreement that you are going to say what you do. Yep. And usually after the video, they say oh my God, thank you so much. You did everything we nailed on. We'll be in contact in the beginning. There was one time where they asked me to make a short form content part, which was fine. I just redid a certain segment of it, kind of cut some parts out and made us long-term and a short-term content. Most of the time it's you nailed it. You talked about everything we wanted to say. So as long as you follow that contract, by the T, you'll be fine.
So what's the next way that you are paid?
So the
For
biggest
our listeners
and the
that
next
want to
way,
get paid.
the biggest way is going to be through the product sales, through the affiliate marketing, the items that I put in the description. That's going to be probably I would say about 80% because the brand is more like
so
10%.
10, 10, 80.
80% is where all the money.
Let's take a breath. So affiliate links is where people are getting paid.
That's where people are getting paid. Now, it depends on your YouTube niche. Some people make all their money from AdSense because they have a finance channel or how to make money online channel, and the CPM that companies are willing to, or the YouTube's willing to pay out, will like take over anything that we make in sales. So the reason why mine is 80% affiliate links is because the money that I'm making is from big ticket items, $1,000 exhaust systems, $500 tires, cold air intakes, and everything. So the commission you make on a big ticket item is way more than a commission on something small.
Correct.
So that's kind of like, it kind of ended up like that.
Can take a lot of blue chew pills to compete with you.
And so for people to actually take my advice and spend $1,000 through a link that I provided for them, Amazon will say, hey, we're gonna pay you out this chunk, 5% or 10%, whatever it is, the percentage. It all depends on what product you're putting out.
So you've made some good money, and if you're comfortable sharing with the audience, it sounds like you've made a side salary from this side job.
Yes,
which is wild to me.
It is.
That being said, do you have plans to take this as your primary source of income, or will this always be a side job for you?
So the one thing about content creation and things like that is it is not a forever thing. YouTube could kick me off the platform at any moment. I could
That's a
I could
fact.
get a copyright
YouTube,
strike.
we love you.
Yeah, I could get a copyright strike and I could not follow community guidelines or whatever it is, and they could ban me and shadow ban or just kick me right off the platform. And then boom, your channel's gone, everything about you is gone, and you are no more income. So I am making videos on the side, and it's not interrupting my day job. It's not interrupting my social life. And so I can do both at the same time. But my YouTube is getting to the point where I think it is over the point where it does make more than my day job. And things, they fluctuate. So I can give you like some numbers here. So with the YouTube AdSense, the brand deals, and the ads or the affiliate marketing, it could range, man, per month. So some months could be $1,000 a month, and some months could be like $15,000 a month. Awesome. Super ranges, man.
Yeah.
Let the audience get excited for Professor Mike.
Killing it, dude.
It is, and the greatest thing about it is, for those of you who want to start a YouTube channel, my channel is not the biggest channel. Like I have 4,000 subscribers roughly, and I get about 100,000 views a month right now.
See, and that's what blew my mind. Our mutual friend that introduced us and was kind enough to help set this interview up. This really blew my mind. The fact that you have around 4,000 subscribers, but that you have a side hustle with 4,000 subscribers that is on par with your day job. That is wild. Most YouTubers, awesome, ourselves included, are trying to get to a place where we have to make that decision. Are we there? Is this enough to quit our day jobs and live the dream life making content creation? You are at that stage, and I'm blown away the fact that I would have thought it took 1 million subscribers. Yeah. I thought I would need at least 500,000 subscribers to get to that benchmark. And with your power of manipulating affiliate marketing and affiliate links, you've done 4,000. I mean, hats off to you. That blows my mind. It's kind of making me rethink our whole journey and what we're going to do.
Yeah, I have a question for you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Let's just say that you were in our shoes. Like you were right here.
Yep.
We got a badass studio, but we don't have a lot of subscribers. We don't have a lot of views yet. We're just building. What's your plan of attack?
Well, we're in the other niche. We're in
we
entertainment.
Are in another, but
because that's the other difference.
But
it's
I
still a good
hear,
question.
I want to hear how he would attack it because he's experienced YouTube in a way that we haven't, and he also is in a different niche.
That's true.
So I kind of want to.
Yeah.
I want to pick your brain on what you would plan for us.
That's a phenomenal question.
Yeah, it is.
How would you grow us?
Yeah, how do you fix us?
The biggest thing to be successful in anything in the world is the consistency of what you're doing. Do you believe in what you're saying? Are you putting out the content regularly to your viewers? And the YouTube algorithm loves that. It's going to take off. You have to be consistent. Put it on a timeline. Like I post videos every Wednesday and every Sunday at 7 p.m. I don't miss. I've never missed for 3 years straight. I do not miss.
Hang on. Hats off to that.
Hey, round of applause for that, man. Never miss.
Consistent.
See,
Never
that's
miss.
wild.
Consistency. And there's days.
I'll tell you when we got started, there was multiple times where because I set myself initially on a 2-video-a-week schedule for this and the golf vlog. And there was many a time where I called Keoh screaming and sweating that I was worried I wasn't going to make my deadline by midnight. So that makes me feel better that you're saying it is important to our viewers that are watching, also starting new channels. So consistency is important.
The most important thing is the consistency because your viewers are depending on you to provide them with more content. And if YouTube recognizes that you are responsible, consistent, this is something that you are passionate about, they recognize it and they will push your videos to more audience. And if you put it on a timer, like mine's at 7 p.m., I don't upload them that day. I put it in a queue and I have videos planned, videos that are edited and published that are not scheduled to be out until December right now. That videos that are all the way in the queue till December. So I got content. Let's say I go on vacation.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to make videos next week because I'm going on vacation. I got videos all the way till December. So if I'm sick, I don't feel like making a video that day. You have to have that buffer.
Boy, we try to be ahead of the game, but we are not that ahead of the game.
No, we ain't got shit queued.
Ooh, boy. Your boy is up late nights trying to make that deadline every week for you guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, with the consistency about it is you have to, once you get in that motivational, like I feel like making videos, you just got to crank them out because you have that power. You're like, I'm ready to make some videos. And so there's days where I don't want to make a video. I'm tired from work. I'm just like sick or whatever it is. So when you get that spurt of motivation, that's the time to take advantage of all those editing and videos. You got to knock them all out, make like 5 or 6, and have that buffer for videos that or weeks that you're not making videos.
That's great advice.
That's
for me.
excellent advice.
That's specifically to me. That means a lot.
Yeah,
yeah. I got to work.
Both of us,
So
all of our audience, any
I'm
new
short
channel.
form media, so
Yep.
I can make a bunch of 2-minute videos and have them lined up.
Stay consistent and
Stay ahead.
Now the way the monetizing works is
Here we go.
Making money on the AdSense is cool and all, but you have to provide something for your viewers, a product or a service. So if you ever look at big time YouTubers, their income is not from AdSense. Most of the income comes from what they're providing to somebody. Is it, are they consulting? Are they setting up appointments that people are paying them to hear their time? Are they providing a product for somebody so that they can purchase? Is it a course that somebody has provided for somebody to watch? And so that's where you have to kind of distinguish how you're gonna make money on social media. And it's not just YouTube, it's every social media in general. Because YouTube AdSense, I don't know if you've noticed, or have you known, it's been on a decline lately. And every year it seems that the amount of money they're paying per 1,000 views has slowly started to diminish. And I've kind of seen on my channel, because I'm getting more views and I'm making a little bit more money on the ads. But I'm like, how's that even possible? Because I look at last year and then I look at this year and I'm like, wow, like I've had way more views, but the ad money is kind of like relatively the same. So you can't rely on the YouTube AdSense. And it's cool to get monetized on YouTube, but the big money comes from what you do for your people.
Got it.
So maybe throw this obsession of being monetized out and just find other ways first. And when you get monetized, great, but don't put a lot of eggs in that basket.
Yeah, don't put a lot. Just provide value to your people. I only have 4,000 subscribers, but I get 100,000 views a month because most people are coming to my video.
That's a lot of views.
A lot of views. They're coming to my video. They want to see one. They're typing in something. Boom, they see my video. That's all they wanted to know, right?
Yeah, and they move
and
on.
so I do have a loyal fan base that will watch all my videos, but in the educational realm, you'll notice that they get a lot of views, but not that many subscribers. In the entertainment world, you get a lot of subscribers, but not that many views.
It seems from some other interviews I've seen that the subscribers seem to be more of a vanity metric now. And what YouTube really only cares about now is views. I think it used to matter, but now the subs are great. Like, don't be fooled, subscribe.
Yeah, of course.
But I think, like you mentioned, views. Views is all that matters.
Views is all that matters. Now, your subscribers will play a decent part in your views because they're your loyal viewers.
And
They're gonna see it.
your videos will pop up.
Correct.
Right. So if your subscribers you already have the free views right there because people are subscribed.
Right.
But I look at my analytics and I see that the majority of my views are new new viewers, people have never
Nice.
seen my channel, and they'll watch a couple of videos, or they're looking at how to install an oil catch can or an oil separator. Like, they're not looking to follow me and look at all the other exhaust systems that I have. They don't care about. They just want to know, how do I install? I just bought this, so they don't really care about the Mustang exhaust clips. They're just looking for an oil catch can on their F-150. So they're just looking for that one video.
Yeah.
And if you have a great video, it's going to populate on the YouTube. So if you ever type in on YouTube F-150 5.0 exhaust, my video is the #1 video.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
F-150 exhaust, F-150 5.0 exhaust, it is the #1. It's the first video.
That's awesome. When did you notice that?
I noticed it as soon as it started taking off traction. I just typed it in. I'm like, how's this even possible? And I went, bam, it's the first one. So the first one.
How much time and what are your strategies that have worked for search engine optimization?
See, I don't really put much time into any of that. I don't.
You don't
I,
have to because it's cars,
Interesting.
right?
Like they have the Tube Buddy, I think it's called, and they have all the other Chrome extensions that you can add. I just make videos on things that I know that people are going to watch. It's all that. It's all that matters.
So you're not giving a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the title, the thumbnail, the description, looking for keywords, buzzwords that are searchable.
It's so cut and dry because of the industry he's in.
Yeah,
The car has a title.
You see the car in the thumbnail. You see the description, and you see like the title, like F-150 exhaust. There's the F-150 in the thumbnail, and people are like, "That's the one. That's the one I'm going to click on because that literally shows the F-150 and it's talking about exhaust. So I have to watch this video."
What about the thumbnail? Are you spending a lot of time on thumbnails?
So the thumbnail is pretty simple. I'll take a picture of what I'm doing, and I'll just put like a caption in the thumbnail, or I'll take a picture of, like, let's say I'm talking about like wheels or something. I'll find a picture on like Google or something, and like kind of put those wheels in the thumbnail so people know what I'm talking about. They can kind of see it before they click on the video. So the thumbnail is pretty simple. It's like my truck, or like the back of the truck, or whatever I'm doing to it, and then I'll put like do this now, or like something like must have, or something like that. Kind of entices them to click on it.
Interesting. So, I mean, a lot of this is blowing my mind, which is why I'm glad to have you on. It's
Good,
a lot of the things that I watch and read and think about that are crucially important. To some viewerships it is, and for someone like you that's successful, some of these things that they say harp on, like thumbnail.
Yeah.
Mike throws it out the window. Search engine optimization is buzzwords all day.
I think
Throws it out the window.
Thumbnails are more important for entertainment because I think that because of the industry that he's in is very specific.
Educational content, like he said, makes more sense. Yeah. What are you doing? Show exactly that.
They're going to type in what they are looking for, and
it seems much more direct.
It's a question. Like I want to know top exhausts. Like if they put F-150 top and exhaust, his video is coming up,
popping up.
Interesting.
So most of the views come from search on Google.
Yeah.
People search on Google, and my name pops up on Google. It takes me right to YouTube. Or they type it on YouTube, it takes me right to my channel. But yeah, it all comes from like search. And so most entertainment videos come from recommendations. Like you watch a video and then that one's recommended and you watch that one. But mine is more like people are just searching for stuff. And then they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. What else does he have? Bam.
Yeah, there it is. Got him.
This I find really interesting. So though your content is educational, YouTube has taken over traditional media. You are a TV star. if this was 20 years ago, your programming would be on a network, it'd be on a cable network, whatever.
You definitely
giving
have
your
the
content.
lab coat.
So you are a TV star. I don't know if anyone has put it to you that directly, because we always come from entertainment. That's what we're thinking of. YouTube has blown my mind. This question is going to get a little deeper for me, but as someone who started their own channel successfully, what do you think of democratized media as a whole? And do you think media networks and cable providers will survive the future?
So as you may have noticed in yourselves that most people don't watch TV anymore. Most people don't listen to the radio anymore. I don't even have cable. I watch everything on YouTube. I'll watch football on NFL, on the NFL channel, through streaming or whatever it is. But I think that radios and TV and all that's going out the window. Because number one, I don't want to sit through commercials.
No.
And you can't even find the stuff that you really want to watch most of the time. You can go on TikTok, YouTube, you type in what you want to see. You can kind of click and you can skim through it whenever you want.
Yeah.
It's very easy with your finger and everything. You can, but the bad thing about it is a lot of people's short-term, Short, I'm blanking right now.
No,
It's
I got you. It's their attention
Their
span.
attention span is diminishing. I mean,
Yes.
people are like, you scroll,
Exponentially.
and it's tanking a lot. So, but I still think that all the radio and TV is going to go out the window. They're not going to survive with short-term content. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts are expanding so much, and you can kind of see like through some statistics that people are not as inclined to watch something so long as like a TV show where it's the only thing that's available when you have at your fingertip anything you want to watch at any time, and you can watch something super quick.
See, that boils into my next question more directly for, we're trying to create essentially long form TV shows. That's what interests me. That's what interests Keoh. We're going to do some short form stuff as well to reel people in. But do you think a place will stay on the shelf for long form media? Because I've seen some directions. I've seen like some golf videos that are pushing even longer, going hour and a half, even longer. But with the rise of TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, I've chopped up some of my golf videos, which are normally about half an hour, 20 minutes to 30 minutes, into under 60 seconds. And you can essentially get the same fix in 60 seconds. For me, that's a problem because I want to do long form. Do you think there is any hope 10 years, 20 years from now for long form shows? And what would you do to help them succeed?
I think there is still people that are going to watch the long-term videos because if I'm driving and I want to listen to a podcast or listen to somebody talk about whatever it is, finances, anything,
Right.
I'm not looking for short term.
No.
I'm looking to drive, keep my eyes on the road, and just listen to what I want to hear. And so yeah, and there's people that are sitting at home and they're not on their scrolling with their finger. They just want to watch something on the TV. They want to relax. They're not looking to be interactive with it and kind of like spike dopamine levels and all. They just want to relax after a long day at work and watch a long video or a movie, any of that. So I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. I think people are transitioning into like short term because it's quick and easy. But there's days where you just want to like sit back and watch something.
We're still gonna Netflix and chill.
Yeah, you're gonna
thank
chill.
God. It's just we're gonna turn into
Still
YouTube and
chilling.
chill.
I
Late
think
night
YouTube and
podcast and
chill.
chill. Sorry,
I think
go
that no. I think that long form media will always have a place because it can always be chopped up into short form
That
media.
too. That
Like
too.
where every long form thing we make, some of my favorite parts are 2 minutes.
Yeah.
In an hour.
Yeah.
Like in an hour, I'll get to that 2 minute mark and rewind it 7 times. And then I'll watch the rest. I love the rest. It's our shit. Of course I love it. But like when we hit like a really good one, God, like if it was in short form, I know for a fact that I would already gave us 20 views because I'm just going to keep watching it over and over again. And obviously it's us, but I've done it with other people's stuff. I've done it with other podcasts, Flagrant 2, Joe Rogan, whatever. If it's something really poignant or something that I think is hilarious or that I'm really like, whoa, what? Like, like any of those really like mind-bending things that they talk about, I'm definitely like, I'm rewatching it over and over again. And for me, it doesn't really get boring because it's so short. It's so quick. You can be like, wait, what did he say about mushrooms? Or whatever it is.
So there is hope for us.
Yeah.
And I guess this will pull me to one more question. As somebody that's not that into shorts, I've noticed some really interesting YouTube shorts on your feed as well. Did you start doing those because you enjoyed them, or was it to please the algorithm, find customers, so on and so on?
I think in order to have a successful channel or anything in social media, you have to diversify and try out everything.
Yes.
And short-term content, long-term content. I think it plays a big role in getting new viewers that only watch short-term, and then it plays a big role in getting viewers that only watch long-term. So you got to have the mix. And so I used to post 2 long-term contents a week every week. Now I do 1 short-term and 1 long-term. But I've recently decided that I'm going to start doing 1 every day. And I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Wow.
And
You're
I'm just
doing a
gonna-
short every day?
No, a long-term
A
content every day.
long form
So I'm
content?
going to film like 7 videos on Monday
Wow.
or the day I'm off. 'Cause I get 3 days off. So I'll take 2 of those days and post 1 every day. Because I saw this statistic that the daily uploads are going to have the highest return possible. And I think I'm going to just blow up if I post at least 1 every single day. It's going to be a lot. But I want to do it for 90 days, try it out, and see what the channel looks like.
So you're going 1 video for 90 days.
90
I saw an
days straight.
interview with a guy, and he mentioned that as well, and it kind of piqued my interest. But he
Yes.
was doing YouTube Shorts, he was going after, but he did 30 days, and he went through all the success it gave him and was tackling 60 days to see how much further it could go. He had a lot of growth very quickly.
Yes.
But you jumping into 90 is aggressive.
It's very aggressive, and I think
Sound disciplined though.
I have the
didn't miss a
backlog
video
of
yet?
video ideas on my phone that can take me to the 90-day mark. I just want to see how it. I'm always trialing and error, testing my channel. What is going to do better? How can I keep improving? Because, if you just keep doing the same thing every day, you think you're doing good, but you may be leaving so much potential on the table.
100%.
I could be going crazy, and then it may like project me to the next level where I start to like baseline there, and then baseline at the next one.
Hell yeah.
That's a really good ending point. So even somebody that's as successful as Professor Mike, he is still constantly tweaking, trying to improve, trying to set new tops to the mountains. Right. I mean, that's very commendable. That's very impressive. We got a few more moments. Keoh, you got anything? We thank you so much for coming to visit us.
Thank you so much, Professor Mike. Guys, this is a very accessible channel on YouTube for anybody who has any interest in cars and trucks, specifically trucks. I can't think of a better one.
Find Professor Mike.
Yes,
do you want to give your socials out real quick?
Yeah, guys. So
where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube, Professor Mike. It's super simple. You can type in Professor Mike F150 or just Professor Mike. It's going to pop up. I got my Instagram at professor.mike with 2 E's at the end. And those are my 2 biggest platforms that I'm just kind of being myself on.
Hell yeah.
Mike, thank you again.
Thank you, Mike.
Right,
give me the round of applause. That's right.
Thank you.
Professor Mike,
Go
guys.
watch his content, buy something from it, put some Mike in Mike's pocket. And if you like watching us, subscribe, send this video out. Eventually we'll sell something. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.